Okay, Lava, we gotta talk. One thing I want to talk about is this Bleach game. But not only the Bleach game. I should just change this title and do Bleach versus Dragon Ball games. Because at this point, that's what we've come to. It's just Bleach Bleach fans versus Dragon Ball fans because there's a Bleach game coming. You know what? Screw it. We're doing that. That's the title. Let me change it. Let me change it real quick. Also, I hope you have a good one. There's just been a lot happening. Makai is not the first. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's. What part of this do we even talk about first? Because there's a lot to talk about with this subject. Take a picture of the cat. Eating some cereal for lunch. Don't ask. I won't ask. We gotta set up the day to do the proper tier list. I see, I see, I see. Hello. I'm Any ideas for a date? No clue. Because we gotta talk to Bull as well to see what's a good date
Chop
for
at
him.
your service. What can I get for you today?
So, first thing to talk about with the Bleach game versus Sparkle Zero is that Dragon Ball fans are mad that Bleach fans switched up.
Thank you
Don't
for your
be
patronage.
mad
Please
when
come again.
people are more interested in Bleach, an anime that's finally come back from having to go through so much and a freaking limbo trying to get content. Don't get mad. Let's try one coffee. For me, it could be any day, but preferably early, so it doesn't. Any day past Sunday. I actually can work with that. Like for example, Monday or Tuesday are good. More so that people think you can't support two anime games. It's crazy. And also, we just need to get this out the way, right? anime fans don't know what they want. They really don't know what they want. They think they know, but they don't know. Dragon Ball fans, you know, I just gotta talk about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball and the Big Three.
Mindset sure is.
Let's start with Naruto. Naruto, at this point, Naruto fans feel like they're in a mafia. You don't support Naruto, you get attacked. One Piece fans, I'm gonna just let y'all know. The toxic One Piece fans makes every other One Piece fan look bad. And the toxic ones are always the one on Twitter. Stop looking at them and say all of us are like them. We are not like them. Yeah, Naruto was in a worse spot. Because look, their most important games are Naruto Storm Connections, which flopped. Think about that. Storm Connections was supposed to be better than Storm 4, but it's not. It's more spammy. People are not happy with the netcode, and they still don't have the stuff that Storm 4 has. But another thing that's bad about Storm Connections is that everything that's in Storm 4, they had to wait for. Because CC2, oh, their graphics are great. That's the only thing you can give them. Their graphics are great, but everything else they do, they don't learn. They flopped Demon Slayer. They didn't add a single demon to base roster besides Nezuko. And then looking at Naruto, Storm Connections. Does the game even have private lobbies? Like, a lot of the stuff that people are excited to do on Storm Connections, they have to wait for because CC2 didn't think that far ahead. And just think about this. They have done this every single time. They've done this every single time they make a game for Storm. One Piece. One Piece games, just to talk about them, I'm not gonna blame the games, actually. And I'm not gonna blame the fans. Even though I kinda should, because most One Piece fans, and I'll be real, I'm a part of that. Because I didn't buy One Piece Odyssey. Even though I actually like how the game looks, I like the characters, I like the new Devil Fruit from Dio. But One Piece fans don't support their games. They support everything but the games. Have you noticed that Pirate Warriors 4 lived that long because the developers realize people support One Piece games. Like, the fans will support it as long as the developers will support it. And Pirate Warriors 4 started out with the lowest amount of sales compared to the other Pirate Warrior games. And then they added more DLC and it outsold. It made over $1 million. That's big. Okay, so go back to...
Looking to relax after a busy day at work? You're at the right place.
That's One Piece. But the biggest thing for One Piece games, and again, it's not the fans' fault, even though it kind of is. It's not the video game's fault itself. It's the developers. And most importantly, it's Bandai. Bandai is the biggest. They only care about money. No matter what anime game they make, they care more about money than they do anything else. Like, think about it. And Pirate Warriors 4 should have died. That game lived because Bandai realized, wait, people actually support One Piece games? Pirate Warriors 4 was the first One Piece game where they realized that they could make a bag off of One Piece. And what did they do? They gave us DLC. People were hyped about the DLC. And then they gave us not only DLC, but content that you could play and have fun in. But sadly, they only did not add more 4-player missions. If they added more 4-player missions, that game would still be actually in a decent state. Pirate Warriors 4 should have died. And Custom was like, bro, why is that game still alive? Am I hyped for Sparking Zero? That Shizuru, it's like a 50-50. Cause yes, I'm hyped, but the one thing that every Dragon Ball game has that you have to do eventually, because first off, as I guess I can count myself as a YouTuber even though I stream. As a YouTuber, you have to do PvP. Because Dragon Ball fans that support anime games have to do PvP. The same people making Sparking Zero have made Jump Force and One Piece Burning Blood, a hero nobody knows. Spike Chunsoft is 50-50 with their netcode. And the fact that this game is getting the most support out of any other game that Spike Chunsoft has ever made, it's going to suck if that game has bad netcode, because it's not going to be good for anybody who made it and for anybody who supports the game, which is sad because that's every single Dragon Ball fan. Dragon Ball fans will literally buy the same game that tells you the same story that you've seen for 10,000 years. Am I hyped for Sparking Zero though? Yes, I am. I'm worried about the netcode. That's my biggest worry. I think the base game is gonna do just fine, but it's gonna die down. And what I mean by that is people are gonna want to do PvP. Because at this point, PvP is big. Now, even I asked for PvP in Pirate Warriors 4 because the game just needed something else to keep players playing. That's the main goal. And if Sparking Zero is just about the 1v1 PvP, which, again, at this point, almost every single Dragon Ball game has that. Except for, well, I say except for Kakarot, but again, you fight. Every Dragon Ball game includes fighting. But yeah, I'm hyped for Sparking Zero. I'm worried about the netcode. Base roster is cool and all. Man, it's hard to get hyped for most Dragon Ball games coming out. I was low-key hyped for what is the game called? Dang, I'm forgetting the name. Breakers. Dragon Ball The Breakers. I was hyped about Dragon Ball The Breakers because it's different. And honestly, with the anime game scene, sometimes you need to try different. But the biggest problem though is like most of these companies just care about money. Like, it's becoming more and more about money than it is about people enjoying the game. And that brings me to the Bleach game. Apparently, you can't support multiple anime games now. You can't do that. Bleach Rebirth of Souls. I'm just gonna say this. If you are a Sparking Zero person, if you plan to play that game, do not talk about Rebirth of Souls. You wanna know why? Because stop complaining about an anime that hasn't gotten any game for years. Naruto has gotten the literal same game for years. One Piece has gotten games for years. Don't even get me started on the amount of Dragon Ball games we got. Like, Dragon Ball has gotten games for a decade. If you're a fan of Sparking Zero and you plan to play it, do not talk about the Bleach game. You want to know why? Because Bleach hasn't got a game. And yeah, don't get mad if Bleach fans start to hype up this game, because they haven't gotten a game. Let them be hype. There's gonna be bandwagoners. This happened when Bleach came back. And I know people are skeptical about the Bleach game, but that's because we just hope that the game's good. But here is the big thing about this game, though, and the main reason why I'm personally supporting it is because if this game flops, we might not never get a Bleach game again. Because Bandai knows people want more Bleach. And you want to know why? Because of Jump Force. There were more Bleach DLC than anything in that game. That trash-ass game. Why? Because all the Bleach fans supported it because we got content. We haven't seen anything Bleach for so long. Oh, and before people say, oh, he's just choosing sides, I'm an anime fan. I know, look, I know people make fun of me because, oh, he's old. You know, he acts like a senior citizen. I'm a 90s kid. I grew up with Dragon Ball. I grew up with One Piece, Bleach, Naruto. I grew up with Saint Seiya. That's how old I am. And the only reason I know about it is because of my brother. But I just want to put this into consideration. We've waited so long for content. Do not get mad when we're hyped about said content. That's why people hyped up the Bleach anime, because we got content. That's why we're hyped that Kubo is behind the anime and we actually got to see the Gotei 13 from when Yamamoto was actually young. We were hyped. We finally get new content. Look, let them be hyped. Let us be happy we got a game. Stop comparing. Because every time you compare, it leads to people showing their true colors. We're really acting like Makai lost the right to his Sparking Zero content creator card. Oh, exactly. I was looking at that stream. Me, Dark, and Jay were just laughing at some of the comments because it's like, what? So we can't, nowadays you can't support multiple games? To put this in perspective, that's like supporting Elden Ring and then saying, oh, compared to Dark Souls, Elden Ring is nothing. Like, stop comparing. Elden Ring had people in a chokehold. And if we're being honest, Elden Ring and God of War had one of the most... They held it down. That year, when it was those two, and either one of those two being Game of the Year, was some of the craziest things. And now we're here with Bleach and this Dragon Ball game. Stop comparing. Because, for example, Dragon Ball, you never stop getting games. You never stop getting content. Because Dragon Ball is so profitable. They could make money. They could make money just from a video game of Goku shitting in a toilet. They could make money off of you guys just doing that. And before you think, oh, he's just talking out his head, bro, y'all buy anything. As long as it has Goku in it, y'all support it. Let Bleach have this. And I don't want to seem like I'm toxic, but it's just, this has been going on for so long. Every time there's a Dragon Ball game coming out, and then another anime comes out, people always compare it to Dragon Ball. Stop comparing it to Dragon Ball. Stop it. Just stop. Exactly, Shizuru. And I'm just going off of what I saw in Makai's stream, because he was getting attacked because the fans said you cannot support Sparking Zero and another game. You can only support one game. Say that to anybody else who does that. Say that to Afro Senju. Say it. Because Afro, for example, Afro, Rhyme Style, they've all played different games. They all play different anime games. Why? Because they're anime channels. Anime gaming channels. Rhyme Style plays Dokkan. He even played Burning Blood with Afro. And they actually had fun with it. Afro played Pirate Warriors 4. That's still crazy to me. And he said the game was okay. It was just missing something, which we can all agree on. I don't understand why you can't support more than one anime game. It's just is not right. And it's like, this is Bleach, you know? Its first game after years of nothing. Like, in the anime, it's so crazy, because in the anime, we got a Bankai from Squad Zero. Squad Zero did jack shit in the manga. And in the anime, they actually put in work, and we got a Bankai from it. And it wasn't Ichiban. Like, the only Bleach content we've gotten was Bleach Brave Souls. Bleach Brave Souls gave us more content than anything Bleach-wise. And we finally got something. Do not get mad when Bleach gets something. Do not get mad when an anime is being shown and people are hyped about it. And always bring up freaking Dragon Ball. Stop. It's the same thing with the One Piece fans. I know people are hyped about Gear 5. I understand it. I was hyped for Gear 5 and I'm happy. But there's way too many toxic One Piece fans that, like... And again, the toxic One Piece fans are always on Twitter. I don't know why. It's a big reason. And, look, I know people are skeptical... I can't speak. I know people are skeptical about the game. I get that. I understand it. But just to say this, I supported the JJK game because I thought the game would be the game looks cool, and my friend was hyping it up by the name Dark Shinobi. I thought, I hope he's not here because I know I'll hear about this later. But the game itself, I mean, it's fun for people who like it. I'm not a fan of it, but I still supported the game, and the game's getting content, so I'm not mad. But the reason why is that sometimes you gotta support the bad games in order to get more games for that, Because look at My Hero. My Hero Ultra Rumble is out. And it's because they realize My Hero is kind of a pretty big IP. And My Hero got how many fighting games? Like, what, 3 fighting games, I think? I've been around toxic One Piece fans, and I'm just gonna tell you this. Every toxic One Piece fan is always on Twitter. Do not listen to the toxic One Piece fans on Twitter. Not all One Piece fans act like that. We're normal. And you know what's crazy? I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how bad One Piece fans are. Right? And don't get me wrong. Toxic One Piece fans are annoying. They are. Hell, I've been there too. I mean, I haven't been toxic. It's just dealing with toxic One Piece fans. But, God, man. Fans are the biggest problem for every anime. And the reason why they're the biggest problem is because you don't know what a fan is going to say. They aren't all like that. They aren't. Because I'm gonna just tell you, every time you see a toxic One Piece fan, and this is the biggest catalyst for not only One Piece fans, for Bleach fans as well. Every time you see a toxic One Piece fan, it's because they saw someone talking trash about One Piece. And then people point them at that person and say, oh, every fan is toxic if they act like this. And then it's an endless cycle. Like, for me, I like to do random debates, random topics, talk about things that's happening in an anime game, etc. But, for example, Naruto fans talk trash about every single anime because all they watch is Naruto. I don't know what it is, but like, do Naruto fans actually watch other animes besides Naruto? Because it just feels like they just rewatch Naruto 97 times. At this point, they rewatch Naruto more than One Piece fans watch One Piece episodes. Because I'm gonna tell you this. The only time a One Piece fan will rewatch episodes of One Piece is when something happens in the manga that we have to go back and look at. That always happens. And the same thing can be said about Bleach, because Bleach has been getting clowned on for years because it ended. No Bleach fans could literally say anything because they kept getting attacked by I don't even know if One Piece fans attack them, but I know Naruto and Dragon Ball fans have been attacking them for years. And don't even get me started on Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer fans have they've been attacking everybody, like, with no remorse. My Hero fans have been attacking, like, it's been bad, bro. It's been bad. It's just, I don't think anime fans can ever be happy. Or at least Dragon Ball fans cannot be happy. Because all they see is Dragon Ball. And you can't talk about anything around a Dragon Ball fan because they'll try to just make sure the conversation goes to Dragon Ball and that alone. With Naruto, I'ma just look. Let me put you on game. Never talk to a Naruto fan about Uchihas. Never talk bad about Uchihas. Never say anything bad about Uchihas. If you want to have a normal conversation with a Naruto fan, don't do it. Because if you do it, you're done. You're done. Okay? Don't do it. Bleach fans, they just want people to respect their show. That's it. Which, you know, to talk about this Afro stuff, Afro versus James Hansen, from one point of view, if you just look at the beginning part and not what James Hansen said to get a bunch of hate towards him, there's a lot of bandwagoners. That's true. Everybody bandwagons. Well, not everybody, but most anime fans will bandwagon the show if either they have good animation or it's just a good story. Well, animation is the biggest thing. It's like those power scale, bro. Don't get into a power scaling conversation or some debate with a Dragon Ball fan. Don't do it because it always ends with can they beat Goku? And then when you show them somebody who can beat Goku, the whole conversation will always go back to they can't beat Goku. They can never beat Goku. Bro, never have a power scaling conversation. Never have a debate with a Dragon Ball fan or a Naruto fan. When it comes to One Piece, don't bring up Zoro. I feel like when it comes down to it, the most delusional One Piece fans, and it's kind of crazy, but the most delusional One Piece fans are Zoro and Sanji fans. Low key. And the reason why I brought Sanji fans into this is because Zoro fans antagonized the Sanji fans, which caused them to attack themselves. Like, first off, I've seen people think Zoro can beat Luffy. Or, no, this is the craziest one. Zoro can beat Ezra from Fairy Tail. Zoro has no feats that say that he can even put a dent in her. And I read Fairy Tail. Which, oh man, I feel bad, because Fairy Tail fans, it's like, they just want people to watch their show. That's the thing. But yeah, when it comes down to it, Zoro fans might actually be the most toxic fans out of the One Piece fan base. Because, bro, lava. Apparently, it's been shown to me that Luffy fans are now saying Luffy wins because Toon Force. I. But here's the thing that's a big kicker to me. Every time I see people say that, or I'm told that in DMs, and I look at this person's profile, who said it, they always have they always have Zoro is their profile picture, or Zoro is in their profile somewhere. Zoro might actually, Zoro fans might actually be the most toxic. Sanji, I say Sanji fans, but the first Sanji fan I'm thinking is King of Lightning. And King of Lightning, when it comes to glazing Sanji, he will do it anytime he can. Oh, man. Now back to the Bleach game versus Sparking Zero. Which game do I think is going to live longer? I think it's going to be the Bleach game. And there's many reasons to why. Because one, DLC wise, you can see a lot can be done for the DLC in that game. Two, I think this game could be a lot bigger than we truly think, because if this game gets enough support, they'll make sure that this game could lead to a second one. 3, the game is going to be on PS4. And from what we know from PlayStation Analytics, is that more fans are still playing PS4 games. Well, are still on the PS4 and haven't upgraded to the PS5. And I'll be real, there are a good amount of games on the PS5, but the PS4 has so many good games on it. So I understand why they chose to stay on the PS4. And plus, not a lot of people have the money for it. Bro knows where Sanji stands under Zoro. Yeah, that's true. Now, does King of Lightning have some crazy takes? Yes, but it's mainly because he's a power scaler. Just keep that in mind. He power scales. Main reason I upgraded to PS5 was Spider-Man 2. Same. It was Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok. Bro, I got this PlayStation 5 with God of War Ragnarok. It was a big bundle. So I'm glad I got it when I could. Now, the reason why I say Sparking Zero is going to die out, and I said this before, but besides the netcode, one of the biggest problems I personally have is when people had the PS2 and we had Budokai Tenkaichi 3, how many times did you play it? And just, try to reminisce and think back on it. Did you play Budokai Tenkaichi 3 more than any other game? And I mean more than, say, people who like to play Elden Ring. Or people who play fighting games for a living. Like people who play Tekken. People who like playing Dragon Ball Fighters. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is Sparking Zero is just, it's just a fighting game you play on occasion, play the characters you want to play, and then get off. I don't think people are going to be playing that long term. And the only ones who are going to be playing that long term are YouTubers and people who only pick the same characters. And what I mean by that is the generic picks. People who only pick Goku. People who only pick Vegeta. And before you say, oh no, that's not true, look at every other Dragon Ball game. Like for instance, look at Xenoverse. Look at Xenoverse. How many people you see just playing Goku? Even though they have a CAC with all the other DLC characters in there, with all the other characters in there, they still play Goku. People still play Vegeta. They play Hit because he's broken. They play Gogeta. They play Vegeta. You just run into the same characters that just run Dragon Ball games at this point. And you know people are going to use UI Goku because again, it's still Goku. So regardless of how you turn it, people will in every single Dragon Ball game, people will always pick Goku. They'll pick Vegeta. They'll pick the same characters. And then when you look at Sparking Zero, and again, Sparking Zero is a Budokai Tenkaichi game. People are not going to pick the characters that are weak. I mean, yeah, Hercule's in the game. How many people are playing Hercule in an online match trying to win? You'll probably have that one or two people. That's it. But everybody else is going to pick a broken character. Like, for example, me, I play all the boos. I like playing the boo characters. Shizuru, you and me both. Honestly, I'm probably just going to play offline. Though, at the same time, I will have to play online and fight Dark Shinobi. Because he wants to beat me with Super Saiyan 4 and monkeys. He just wants to beat me with great apes and Super Saiyan 4. And I just feel some way about it. Because why is he just bringing this up? So I will have to fight him. So the strongest suspects will be picked constantly. Yes. The people who have the broken abilities. Like for example, people online are gonna pick. I'm just gonna throw out 5 random characters right now. People are gonna pick any version of Goku. That's 1. Any version of Vegeta. That's 2. People are gonna pick Hit. Why? Because Hit is usually good in every Dragon Ball game he's in. 2 good examples are Fighters and Xenoverse. How many times have you had to fight a Hit player that plays the exact same as every other Hit player? They don't change. They all play the same. But act like they play different. People are gonna play Jiren because they'll spam counters with Jiren. Vegito and Gogeta, those 2 are given. There's not a Dragon Ball game without them. As well as Broly. Honestly, Broly players just spam grabs. Like, yeah, say what you want about Broly players, but they spam grabs. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't even care about themselves. They just grab with Broly. People who play Frieza, they'll do some cool combo and end it with death beam. Who is grappling? I rest my case. Dark Shinobi. Dark Shinobi. Hello, hello, hello. Now, let's just talk about like the most meta characters in Sparking Zero. I'm gonna let you know right now. Half of the characters in the Tournament of Power who are gonna be in this game will not be played. Half of those characters will not be played by people. Literally. Who's playing Anilaza online? Who's playing Rebrian like that online? Who's playing Rosie over Android 17 or 18? And for example, there is for sure going to be a Dragon Ball Superhero, still a trash name, DLC with Gamma 1 and 2, Gohan Blanco, Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, and Cell Max. Who is playing Cell Max over Cell? Cell is another character that's going to be played a lot. Because who doesn't want to play Perfect Cell? It's just cool. Like, again, every Dragon... Not just Dragon Ball games, but... Look at Naruto, the Naruto Storm games. How many people just use Uchihas? Or Naruto character... not Naruto. Or any character that can spam a Rasengan. Load into a Naruto Storm match where somebody is not using an Uchiha or someone who has a Rasengan. And tell me. Exactly. There's so many people on Naruto games who just use Uchihas and someone who can spam a Rasengan. Because that person who can spam Rasengan, they'll switch to them when they are losing. When you look at a One Piece game, people will always pick the most broken Luffy and a character that has good range and defense. Like, Admirals will always be playable. Luffy will always be a playable character. Nobody's playing Chopper in a One Piece fighting game seriously. And that person who does is probably the most broken Chopper player in the world. See, I feel like with One Piece, even though obviously certain characters will be picked over others, One Piece can be very diverse with their roster and looking at it from a PvP perspective. Yes, you'll see most of the same characters, but not everybody is going to pick the same in a One Piece game. Dragon Ball, they don't change. Naruto, they don't change. That's fact, Shizuru. That's why, like, for example, Bull, Huncho Bull, who's usually in this chat, if there was a One Piece game, he would be the best Usopp or Bucky player ever. Geez, I'd be the best Crocodile player. And I know Crocodile is usually not, like, high tier. He's usually mid or low tier. In a Dragon Ball game, I used Buu characters. I like Majin Buu. But I'm definitely using Toppo. Toppo was on the team. I just hope he has that dab in Sparking Zero. Now in Bleach, I mean, the thing is, we haven't had a Bleach game in years. But the Bleach games that I do remember, I don't think there was a character people used over the other consistently. Because every character in a Bleach game is diverse in their own way, shape, and form. But I won't lie, I'm pretty sure most people will pick Ichigo and spam Getsuga Tenshos. it's either Ichigo or Isaac. Um, but I just feel like too many people are comparing. Like there's way too much comparing happening in the anime game community. Sparking Zero fans just need to accept that Sparking Zero fans need to accept. Yeah, I got that. Not gonna lie, in a Bleach game, I imagine I'd pick Ichigo just because he's my favorite character. Most people will pick their favorite characters, for sure.
Washington's inexperienced recruits are about to face the best equipped and most powerful fighting force in the world. On June 29th, 45 British warships moved a few kilometers from Manhattan Island. These ships are the greatest war machines of their day.
What? Oh man. Okay. I mean, most of the time when you play an anime game, you will play the characters you have fun with, or the characters you are fans of.
They're armed with up to 64 heavy cannons, capable of hurling a cannonball to a target nearly 2 kilometers away.
Okay, let me just lock it.
Another 350 ships already set off to join them. The British plan is to terrify the rebels into submission.
I keep killing myself. Okay.
On July 2nd,
For a second,
Philadelphia, 50 delegates from a
I just want to
hold an emergency
also
session
bring
at
up
newly
that
formed assembly.
this Bleach game could actually be so good. But the problem is most fans will. I killed myself again. I'm doing this a lot.
Total independence from Britain. The penalty is death. During the midst of a revolution, the most complete. It's the birth of American democracy. We have to expect a great expanse of blood to obtain. Some delegates don't believe the rebels stand a chance. But the doubters are outnumbered nearly 5-1. On July 4th, 1776, the delegates ratified a document that would change the world. The American Declaration of Independence. They hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal.
I'm dead again. It's just. I feel like anime games will never change. But I think change is the literal thing we need. For example, let's start with an easy change that could actually shake up the world. For example, I just
On July 4th, two British warships opened fire on New York City. A month later, Joseph Reed, secretary to George Washington, wrote to the British fleet
Okay.
messing up New York. Over 400 ships, the largest British naval task force until D-Day. 32,000 British troops prepared to storm Manhattan Island. They outnumber the rebels 2-1. Reed is awesome.
Yo, why are there so many?
See the prodigious fleet they have collected. I think you'll be astonished that a people should come 3,000 miles at such risk, trouble, and expense to conquer and destroy other people because they will not lay their lives and fortune at their feet. New York City won't
How long
experience
do I
another
have to
attack
play
like
this
it until September the 11th,
Dude, exciting.
2000. But the rebel
I just
fleet
hope that
may
this
have
game
lost
does good
sight.
though. Because again, Bleach hasn't had a game for so many years. And I would hate if they screwed it up.
500 men standing guard at King's Bay. The first thing that saluted our eyes was all four ships within muzzling shot of us. I could read her name as distinctly as though it was directly underneath her stern. The assault begins. You can now select your ad experience. Interact with an ad for 30 seconds and get right back to your content. Or continue with a longer commercial break.
Good.
Oh, was that
Over. Start.
Okay, I don't know that.
That's where you're having fun, right? Looking forward to it?
No, far from it. This season has been intense. But get ready. Where is she? In the phone? Because Wednesdays, Sisters is all new.
This is my wife.
You said wife. Why did you say wife? And you haven't seen anything yet. So take care of it.
I'll make sure you huddle on and go looking for an accident.
Tyler Perry's Sisters. All new Wednesdays at 9. Watch it live on BET. So
Okay. Shizuru, Lava, Dark. Did y'all want to say anything about the Bleach game versus Sparking Zero? Because personally, I just want people to stop comparing and just accept them for what they are, you know?
take you anywhere. It matters where you stay.
Wait, I gotta do a hollow scroll.
Leave your worries always at the door. At Godfinger, it's all about pure entertainment.
Find your way to exceptional offers during the Summer Valley Sales event at your local LCD.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
For yourself.
Looking forward to your next visit.
Enter the secret of Skinwalker Ranch sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip or two to Area 51 in Las Vegas, including flights, a hotel stay, and a professionally guided tour of the extraterrestrial highway. I don't think we've seen anything like this before.
Oh, Dark. There is something I did want to talk to you about, which is apparently becoming an issue for people. So if you're still here,
September 1776. New York City is under the rebel
okay. Oh, I didn't need to right now.
4,000 British troops storm Manhattan. A British redcoat has on average 6 times more combat experience than a rebel recruit.
Well, mate. Okay, Dark. For X Defiance, there's been a lot of people not happy with the game currently because there's too much sweating in the game now. According to what people are saying, too much sweats.
No one knows who starts the fire, but over 2 days, it destroys a
And actually, I'm about to watch this video. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in the chat because this dude just put this out, so I'm just gonna watch it. Hold on a second.
And be here. I've got the last few signatures.
Thanks.
No, I should be thanking you. We were really at our wits' end before you kids arrived. But when is the young lady you sent for help coming back? She's been gone a long time.
Oh,
You're right.
this is.
I hope she didn't run
Let me
into trouble.
turn this off real quick. This is another problem I have with Just Dragon Ball fans, Dragon Ball fans who support their games, right? Why do y'all? I feel like y'all are starting to feel entitled to being a Dragon Ball fan, and also entitled to think your opinion matters when it doesn't. I mean, we don't play with crossplay, but the game is just in a sweaty state. And also, Dark, it has been confirmed that some people who just play on your specific console use don't use a controller. So people use mouse and keyboard also on just console. Someone found a way to. I don't know how, but that's a thing. But yeah, and I feel like Dragon Ball fans feel entitled to not only their own opinions, but like the fact that they have so many games. They constantly have content coming when it comes to video games.
Counterinsurgency kind of campaign where their passage through the land and the offense that they give to farm.
They may have gotten the drop on us, but we were ready for it.
That voice! It's the proxy! Sorry to keep everyone waiting! I see. So you planned to stop the demolition by blocking the train, but you didn't expect to find a bunch of vision reinforcements. Huh, this means vision is at the point of no return. They'll do whatever it takes to stop the residents from getting out. But the proxy's plan to seize the train could work. It's true what they say about Phaeton's wisdom and courage. Ma'am, you've heard our plan. Now, we have something to ask of you.
Don't worry, I'll tell them. When the time comes, they'll be there.
Right. By the way, there was an old Red Fang Gang base in the Hollow somewhere around here. Have you heard of it?
You're still thinking about Nekomata's commission fee.
Not true. This is Nekomata's important family heirloom, and maybe the residents here know something.
I know the place. Everyone around here knows the Red Fang Gang.
Is that so?
Yes, since they made their name on Canvas Street, everyone here is related to them one way or another. In the early days, they weren't what they are now. Back then, they took in lots of orphans, taught them to read and defend themselves. They often stood up for those in need. They said they'd protect this place forever. Unfortunately, a few years passed, and that Silver Boy changed. He looked down on the slums and led the gang to do some awful things. As things got worse, many in the gang couldn't stand to see what it had become. Many of them left the gang. Soon after, the Red Fang Gang moved out of here. We don't want anything to do with the Red Fang Gang anymore. Silver fell into the Hollow while being chased by public security. He only has himself to blame.
What did you say?
What's the matter, young lady? We want nothing to do with them. What's wrong with that?
No, not that! You said Silver fell into the Hollow being chased by the Pubsec? Wasn't he killed by the Cunning Hares? About that...
Little kitten. I mean, Miss Client, you can understand, right? We wanted to tell you, but each time you looked at us with those big, cute eyes, we just couldn't. We're sorry. We were there, but it was public security who did it.
So, it wasn't... you? Nice. Don't worry, Nekomata. Even if public security hadn't intervened, he was no match for the cunning hairs. Even though it was you who got it wrong to begin with, we're somewhat responsible as well. How about we give you a small discount on your family heirloom commission? Anyway, let's put this aside for now. First things first, we have to get that train and evacuate the residents out of here. Okay, let's go.
We made it! Vision Corporation has its monitoring station here. The train is also nearby. To avoid alerting anyone, I found a secret way in. Here it is. Let's get moving.
Sure! The Starlight Knight's here to punish the bad guys!
It has to work.
This path's blocked. We can't go this way.
Let's take the secret way then. Try to sneak over to the monitoring station.
Not bad, Bathan. You're so prepared.
SDCCU Self-Defense is partnering with the Angels Baseball Foundation to raise funds for school supplies for students in need. Donate online at SDCCU.com/donate.
Valve status analog. The lock is not.
1777. As the American War of Independence ended its second year, New York
Well, well, what a pleasant surprise.
are in British hands. Driven into the wilderness, the rebels now target General John Burgoyne's army. His men are under fire from rebel sharpshooters, using new and controversial tactics.
Everything's going according to plan.
Awesome. Seems like this route is smooth sailing.
You know, that's the thing that worries me.
Leave the foot soldiers free.
Your officers tended to be your most educated staff. They understood the communication line. They understood exactly what the orders were. They were the source of trauma in outspace.
Okay.
In Britain's 53rd Regiment, all but
Anything
one
could happen
11
now.
officers are killed or wounded.
Guys, we're near the train.
Also, I think we're
Our
gonna end
objective is simple. Take out the guards, seize the train, and head on out.
Let me just-
Roger that!
I think the pressure is getting to Ambi. She's lost her mind.
Not quite. I'm guessing she's humming background music to match the atmosphere. Must have learned it from another movie.
Enough with the soundtrack, Ambi. Everyone knows how important this next fight is. Proxy, we'll leave driving the train to you. How are preparations on your side?
I'm ready and waiting.
It's rare to see you this pumped up, Wise. Go for it.
Then, let's go! We'll catch them off guard.
Okay. Let's keep if anything wants to continue talking about it.
Come on, let's make this quick! Beat them down, get out of the hollow, and find the train! What's this?
If anyone wants to keep talking about the subject, just let me know. Or just start talking about it. Now I'm just gonna chill, but let me know what we talk about.
Don't move!
Confirmed. It's a...
Let's clear him out!
You asked for it! Full power! Be gone!
Nice. I'm pretty sure there's probably gonna be a fight. Well, a boss fight after this. I was playing Triple Z, you pulled the wolf guy? Lucky. He's cool. I like his combo.
Short stuff! You heartless piece of garbage! Give it up!
I'm
Nicoletta,
hoping
take him with us.
I can pull him.
Envy and Billy have gone to the driver's compartment. Proxy, let the residents know to be waiting at the platform.
You plan to use the train to transport the residents? No way! Absolutely not! If they get out, they'll talk to the press, and Vision and I will be done for! I don't care what it takes! Just stop this thing at once!
Warning. The planned route has been disconnected. Railroad damage from small explosives detected. Plan failed.
What? Nicole, this isn't good! Something happened to the tracks!
No way!
Director Perlman, sir, don't worry. I've blown up the only railroad route leading to New Eridu. They can't get out.
No way!
You fool! You were supposed to blow it up after we've evacuated! Look what you've done! The residents can't get out, but now neither can we!
Nicole, this isn't good. Enemy reinforcements have surrounded us. What should we do? Damn it. Take the pipsqueak. Let's pull back into the train first.
Come in, Director Perlman. Unknown intruders attacked near the train. We've suffered some losses. But rest assured, in terms of numbers and supplies, we maintain the advantage. The intruders retreated into the train. Please advise, should we begin an all-out assault? Director Perlman, requesting orders.
Don't storm in! I'm inside! These bastards! I mean, the ladies and gentlemen from the Cunning Hands have me trapped in here! Stand down! Do you hear me? Stand down! If I'm harmed, the corporation will hold you all responsible!
Oh, really?
This dude has his uses after all.
They won't make any sudden moves. But unfortunately, we can't go anywhere either.
Right. The tracks are gone. And even with the train, we can't get everyone out of the hollow now. Is it the end of the line?
I doubt it.
Hey! Now isn't the time to be laughing!
No, I wasn't laughing at you. I happened to find it during the fighting. My family heirloom.
Oh.
That's you with... Wait. That's Silver. From the Red Fang Gang.
Oh.
That's right. I lied to you. I'm not the Red Fang Gang's enemy, but one of the orphans who used to live near Canvas Street that they adopted.
Oh.
The Red Fang Gang used to have ideals. They all wanted to protect their home. But as you've heard, eventually things got bad. And I broke away from the gang.
Oh.
They haven't been back since. No matter how disappointed I was in the Red Fang Gang, Silver took me in. The Red Fang Gang was the closest I ever had to a family. After hearing you led Silver into the hollow and killed him, I came into the dead-end hollow looking for revenge. But you're not exactly what I expected. Not only did you save the kid, you even stayed, without a single complaint, after hearing a Vision's plan. And now that I know Silver's death wasn't your fault, I have no reason to want revenge! The
Wait, so
Red
this
Fang
whole
Gang
time?
betrayed their promise and abandoned
This
the
whole
people
time
they were
you were trying to
supposed to
kill them?
protect. As a
Girl.
former member of the gang, I can't let that happen again. I've made up my mind. I'm gonna go negotiate with Vision.
He's
Don't
like,
worry.
wait.
With Perlman as a bargaining chip, plus my identity as a member of the Red Fang Gang, things will work out.
No, it won't.
Miss Client! Nakamata!
I've made myself clear, haven't I? Now, I'm gonna take your boss with me on foot through the hollow to New Eridu to negotiate with your command center. At the same time, all your men, all of you, will stop blocking the residents and leave with me. So, if you don't want anything bad to happen to your boss, you'd better find him an anti-corruption device. And the fastest route through the hollow. Nicole! Everyone's counting on you!
We did it! We're out!
Son of... Getting through the
Gotta
door
try
took
the
too
next
long.
boss. You want to do
Nicomata
it?
and Proman have already
You
gone
want to
into
do
the
that
hollow.
now? We can do it.
Fairy, give me Nekomata's location.
Client location found. Based on her current route, she will be arriving at the hollow exit in 30 minutes.
So there's no way to stop her?
No way. We can't leave saving the residents to Nekomata alone. If Vision is willing to resort to something so underhanded, they won't be easy to deal with. But our plan with the train failed, so how are we gonna get the residents out? They don't have any aptitude for ether. Aww. If only there was a way to give corruption resistance to everyone at once.
Maybe we can shake things up a bit. Ever hear the saying, if the mountain can't come to us, we have to go to the mountain?
I know what you're thinking. It's a long shot, Wise, but I don't think we have any other options.
Huh? What do you mean?
Nicole, Canvas Street and New Eridu aren't that far apart as the crow flies. It's getting through the dead-end hollow that takes so long. If we can shrink the hollow and gain access to the exposed roads, we can get the residents out in one go.
Yeah! Then there's a chance! We're good at taking out ethereals!
But to reduce the size of the hollow, we'd have to eliminate approximately 3,000 of them.
Ugh.
Under certain circumstances, the ether activity of certain giant individuals can reach or even exceed the equivalent of thousands of your standard
Party?
equivalents. You've probably guessed by now.
Goes wrong! I won't get to see Monica tomorrow night!
We alone certainly aren't a match for it. But don't forget, Vision left quite a few weapons lying around.
We can help ourselves to some of their ether explosives.
So that's it. We use the explosives to take out the dead-end butcher. Huh. It's like you said. A pretty crazy idea. But we don't have time to think about it. Let's get to work.
So we're gonna take on the boss right now? Time to kill the dead-end butcher.
Okay, the new plan uses Vision's explosives. All their stock should be in here.
Suggestion. Transport it with a vehicle.
Good idea. Let's load the explosives onto the train.
Dark Shinobi. We could figure out the time for the Reaper stream tomorrow when Bull isn't busy. Yeah, down for that.
By July 1781, New York is buzzing with rumor. A French fleet has been sighted off Rhode Island. News leaks out that the British plan to send warships from New York for a surprise attack. Culper must get word to Washington to somehow stop the British fleet. The spy is using this money and advances formula unknown to the British, made from gallic acid. Then it reveals its
Well,
contents
yeah,
in a
man.
paper brushed with iron
Hey, if
silk.
there's anything I can do to help, just hit me up. This is my number. Yeah, but no, you did bedtime, so you ain't got no paper, right? Yeah, I thought the feds got away with that.
The next
Really?
link in the chain is
Because
Austin
you got
Road,
another
a
cousin who just
tavern
got
owner
out the
from Long
bed doing
Island.
on some trafficking shit. Told you, you ain't met him. We get together at some point. Well, he got out a little while ago. That's when I found him.
Lava.
Cause I be
I'm
doing that
probably gonna
family history
end
shit, right?
after
I found
this
him in the
mission,
joint, and I remember him,
His
and
but
then
he
I'm
don't
contact
probably gonna
remember me
stream
because,
on
he was a
Twitch.
little
picks
boy
up the
then. He's
message
like
and buries it
48,
in a
49
secret
now.
drawer.
I just made 61 last week. Yeah.
Another agent,
And
Anne
I
Smith
found him. He
Strong,
didn't remember me, but I
uses her
remember him.
laundry as a
And
secret
we
code.
kick it right now today, And he was
He
down in the
signals to a
fed
sailor
joint.
who
He
picks up
got
the
a
message
nickel,
and takes it to Washington.
some trafficking. And you got another cousin. He did a lot of nickel on some trafficking. Matter of fact, hey, look at your phone, man.
Washington responds by moving
Okay, no,
troops
it won't let
towards
me
New
do it. I
York,
was trying to look
threatening
at
the
you.
city and forcing the British fleet to stay
On
put
the video
in
call,
New
but my
York
phone
harbor.
won't let me do it. I just said, hey,
The
see if
French
yours
fleet
do it.
sails out of danger to play a
Yeah.
critical role in the next stage of the war. Now backed by French naval
You know,
power,
at least she's trying
Washington's
to do the
army
right
is
thing.
finally ready to
Yeah,
face the
you know
British.
what?
Leader, Neko Miyamana, captured by the Vision Corporation. How's that? Sound good to you?
You mean to sacrifice yourself? How noble.
Noble? I'm just a stray animal who's lost her home. I don't belong anywhere anymore, so it would seem fitting. How about it? As long as you contact the media now and tell the public.
8,000 other rebel soldiers.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god. Oh
And
my
I ain't
god.
tech savvy,
I thought she killed him.
I just go find some keys. Hey, come here, do this shit.
With
Them kids
sharpshooters,
know that shit. But you know what? What you got?
discipline,
What is that? One of them
and
government
new
phones,
weapons.
or what kind of phone you got? Oh, there you go. Hold
And with a
on.
spy network that has saved the French fleet, giving the rebels dominance at sea.
Oh, damn, what am?
Two groups. We're going to stall the dead and butcher, right?
Yeah. Lure it to the target location. Leave the explosives train to us. Got it. We'll get going then. Okay, let's get the train moving. Got control of the train. I hope things go well for Nicole and the others.
Hello. Hello. Let me know.
Is to be one of the
I
first
just gotta
over the
finish
top.
this mission, and then we're good. That guy was the secretary. I kind of like that, bro. I thought she was gonna kill him. Good job.
Kelly, I'm in the Orange County. I'm right outside of LA.
Oh my god.
Right outside of LA. I'm about I'm a truck driver. I work at the port, so I'm in LA like every day. You know, it ain't
Man,
30,
Billy's so
30, 40
cool,
minutes from
but
me.
like,
I'll be all
why
over
is he
the
so
place.
bad in the game? He needs a buff.
What's that?
They're protected by a series of outlying camels.
Do we know what Billy's face actually looks like?
Man, I work for. I'm not a part of.
What?
Yeah, I work for an outside company. I'm not a part of like the longshoremen.
Dark, what are you up
But
to?
I work for an outside agency. I just go to the ports and we run the shit.
What?
But man, that,
What are
hey,
you
that's
up
a
to?
good move. And you know what? With the background, stop it on the trip.
What do you
You know, driving truck. And you
Exactly
make
what I
good
do.
bread too. You make good bread. You know,
Let's
so
get on
that'll
versus
probably be
Windows.
good thing to look into.
I will be
Man, good. You know what?
after
Even
this.
my shit being as old as it is, man. So many times I've been trying, cause I was a machinist before I was even driving, and they were like, "Oh, well, let's check your background." Oh no, we ain't working with you, bro. Really? Oh, this is? Man, it's like that, like that. Cali's real liberal with that, man. I mean, seriously.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that is his face. Ah, I see.
Yeah, trucking would be a good thing, man. You're gonna get some.
What in the world is he turning into?
Hey, whoever say no, just open up another door.
Did he just turn into forearms? Alright, let's go then.
What's that one? There you go.
So, Jay,
Yeah,
Dark, what have y'all been up to?
yeah, man.
Why?
Good to see you, man.
You know, like, have y'all been chilling today?
Have you?
I was chilling at work. I was chilling at work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be like that for a minute. And you know what?
Bro, we both thought of forearms. Okay, I'll be real. I've been rewatching
But I don't remember.
Banter.
I really don't. I know I met her. I remember meeting from like, but that was like.
Dead.
You probably
That'd be a cool cutscene.
She was watching Cookie.
What?
Yeah.
She was watching that Cookie.
No. I'm watching a cutscene.
Oh.
I said I hope it's a cool cutscene.
How long you gotta have that?
Thank you. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, so roughly a year. Roughly 11 months, 10 months, whatever.
Why is he? He's still alive.
Hey, you think they're gonna transfer you to Chicago though?
States of America under the new Constitution.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Liberty comes
Yeah.
at a price. Over 25,000
Right.
men lost their lives.
Oh, that works. Oh, that's a big explosion. Love that show, even though it has problems. That's right.
Yeah. I guess. Well, hey, look here. If you see another couple crazy numbers, there's some numbers or some cousins that I done thrown out there. If you
Bro,
see a few
he's
numbers,
been on the
we
phone
got a couple cousins down in the beds too, you know.
all day.
What?
She's been on the phone all day, bro.
Or you should join him.
Oh, really?
Bro,
Okay,
I don't even know what the hell he's talking about.
yeah, two that was definitely in bed. But I forget which one
That's cool.
they was in. But
No.
yeah, okay. Yeah. That little time, yeah, you been in. But alright, man. Well, hey, look here.
Wait,
Me and
actually,
Frank,
you're
just
right,
man. We going out to dinner.
This secretary was about to kill 100 people for no reason.
It's this cousin that I'm getting numbers to.
But the new nation is divided.
Alright, man. Hey, stay in touch, man.
Ooh, that shot of below. Oh my
And
god.
hey, stay straight, bro.
4 million black Americans live as slaves.
Alright, cuz, I'll holler at you later, man.
and it's tearing the nation apart. We are pioneers, trailblazers. We fight for freedom. We transform our dreams into the truth.
All my order open fire. Please let the news be here. Oh, yeah. Nicole.
The modern era is being born. It's the Industrial Revolution. America is racing to catch up.
They had this prepared.
In upstate New York, massive bridges cutting through the wilderness. The Erie Canal, the biggest construction project in the western world in the last 4,000 years. Over 300 miles long and entirely man-made, America lacks a single qualified engineer. The United States of America has nature standing its ground.
I think of the spirit of America being imagination combined with tenacity. There's a strong work ethic,
My boy.
wonderful freedom of creation, combined with the mental, muscle, and physical labor. So to me, it represents the best of the human spirit.
But the land doesn't always cooperate. A wall of solid limestone, 60 feet high.
Oh my. Hmm?
Just 30 miles from the finish line, Lake Erie. The
Oh,
canal
the
will change
destroyer?
everything, making the
What was the
Atlantic
name?
Ocean
Devourer?
the
See.
core middle of America. It changes where people live and why, and turns the North into a global
The
economic powerhouse.
executioner.
Let's see. So we
The
fighting
man
this?
behind the canal is New York's gung-ho governor, DeWitt
See.
Clinton. Born to run, he won't take no for an answer.
Yeah, Billabong
He
is
wants to be
awesome, bro.
president. Instead, he runs New York for 20 years.
America was blessed with many inspirational leaders, and I think DeWitt Clinton had a real sense of how important New York could be.
Then consider this a formal invitation. Would you like to come to dinner with us?
The Proxy siblings are coming too. And
All the mackerel you can get your paws on.
It'll work. Those guys have
Alright.
visions and did it.
So, I think that's it for this mission.
50,000 men, 11 million cubic yards of rock.
Super.
Enough to fill the Rose Bowl 26,000 times.
Oh, nope. It's not for her.
Gang, they won't be coming after us anymore. And we've made progress of what you asked me to investigate. According to the gang, they took part in stealing the Strongbox, but nobody knows where it actually came from. Apparently, Silver received a commission from a mysterious client. They were told to go to the Institute and get the Strongbox. But Silver didn't give the gang all the details, like how or to whom they were going to hand over the box, so nobody knows. Whoa, are you serious? You've got to be kidding. No one knows where it came from? Mystery client? Nobody knows the details?
If you keep phoning it in like this, Nicole, we'll have to reconsider your investigation fee.
I admit, I've been busy with a lawsuit against Vision and pushed back your commission a little.
Yeah, it does suit her, Bobby.
To cope, workers drink. Whiskey calms the nerves and clouds the brain. An English tourist can't believe they're mixing alcohol with explosives.
The Irish labourers grew so reckless of life that at the signal for blasting,
Am I getting that serious? Yeah. This thing
I
was.
think when you're brought up in America, you're brought up on the history of hard work. There's so many immigrants that have died to build this country. That's in our bloodstream. That's in our DNA as Americans. We don't want their lives to go in vain. Because of that, we usually work harder than anybody else.
Oh, I like it.
8 years of digging, nearly 1,000 lives lost, $7 million, and $100 million today. The Erie Canal opens in 1825, a miracle of engineering, connecting East and Midwest. It's an instant economic superhighway. $15 million of goods a year flow along the canal. Villages along the canal boom into dynamic cities: Buffalo, Syracuse, and Rochester. Goods crash in price, up to 95%. A frontier that had to be self-sufficient can now buy anything they want.
When I was Chicago, this thing was sliding up and down my street.
Prosperity is on the move.
But
New York City becomes a boom town. Wall Street takes off as a global financial center.
Nice. Okay,
The city
so
quadruples in size.
that is it for today. We will talk about the Bleach game and Sparking Zero another time. For now, thank you all. Hope you all have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time zone. I hope this stream doesn't get copyrighted, and I will see you guys next stream. I don't know when that will be, but probably next week. Who knows?